Suttner easy pull gun, X-Jet M5 number 13 for a 4 gallon a minute, 4,000 PSI machine. 4 gallon a minute, 4,000 PSI turbo tip. 24-inch stainless steel Lance. 25 gallon chemical drum. All right, guys, it's about an hour and a half after I dusted off that pool deck, and I want to show you what that looks like. I used the turbo tip to clean up the joints, and we used a solution of sodium hypochlorite at 12.5% and a very special surfactant. All right, guys, take a look at the mobile hose reel. I fit both my supply hose and my high pressure, and I can get all the way around to some jobs that are in the backwoods. We got the BE Pavers machine that we've done a lot of work to get it so that it's working pristine. We had to put in some seals in the pump, even though they weren't bad, a check valve. We did some things to the carburetor. And on these gas caps, guys, inside are carbon pellets that go all the way around. The Environmental Protection Agency emissions guys, they put those in to prevent fuel from sort of seeping out into the atmosphere. Now, over time, those pellets are going to break up. When they break up, they shake into dust. That dust gets into your gas tank and then goes into your fuel line, which is right down here, eventually going into your carburetor, which is right up under here. Okay, and you'll get a clog and your engine will start stalling. Also, this little small thing on the back of the throttle cable has a small spring attached to it. That will wear out as well. So we put a new unloader in. The pump is working great. Those general pumps are bulletproof. I'm thinking about getting a belt drive. It's the nickel-plated AR Viper pump. And belt drives are just a little bit more efficient. They don't make the engines work as hard. And we're thinking about upgrading to that. You guys, residential work, yeah, can you get work done faster with a 5.6 or an 8 gallon a minute machine? Absolutely. You're pushing a lot more volume there, twice the amount at an 8 gallon a minute. But do you need it? I don't really think that you do. I think you can get away with a 4 gallon a minute machine. If you're doing commercial work, I'd step up to the 5.5 or the 8. For sure, without a questionable doubt, because you're just going to be taking forever. I don't need much more pressure. I run the X-Jet. Volume, when I'm rinsing, I would certainly like to have a little bit more. And maybe when we upgrade to a flatbed with a 500 gallon buffer tank and a 100 gallon chem tank, then that's something that we'll certainly consider. We'll probably put an 8 and a 5.5 on the back, those 5.6, the GX 390s. But right now, I want to show you what the work I did with this old faithful, old trustworthy BE Pavers with a general pump on the back. And I'll give you guys an idea of what this looks like. So as you can see here, the stepping stones used to be that color. We just dusted that off real quick. Here's the little pad that we did. Guys, this is the DN10. I'll turn that around for you. Make sure you get the DN10, guys, and not a knockoff, because if you do, that's going to be really hard to turn. Not a lot of them open up all the way. You'll see a half moon if you look down, and that means that it's not machined correctly. So take a look. What do you think, guys? That was done with SH and solution. And what we did was we used the 4 gallon a minute, 4,000 PSI turbo tip to get all of these joints and seams clean the way that you see them right now. From corner to corner, underneath. We used the X-Jet to dust off. Now, mind you, we did not do any of this inside enclosure whatsoever, and obviously it needs it. You can see areas where it really, really needs it. Look up there. Can you see the mold up there? I'll show you real quick. Look at that. Mold there, mold there. So the inside of the cage definitely needs to be cleaned. But right now we were here just to do the deck. Hour and a half later. So we got all in the corners, guys, all the way around. You can really see, got all of your tracks cleaned, all your seams and joints. You don't see any little pieces of grass, weeds, anything like that, any sand. We did this little wooden deck out here, got all of this clean, all in through here, all of your corners. Not a speck of sand, not a weed. And you guys can refer to that before video and see what that looks like. So absolutely beautiful work, right? This is done with a 4 gallon a minute, 4,000 PSI machine. And those machines spit out about 3,800 PSI, by the way. But your PSI really doesn't matter. Your volume is what counts, guys. So if you're running an 8 gallon a minute, I made the mistake of using one, and they are great. There's no denying it. I'm not saying that a 4 gallon a minute machine is the best, but you can certainly get away with it. And if you talk to a lot of guys who've been doing this for 15 years or longer, they'll let you know the greatest thing about those 4 gallon a minute jobs, guys, is that you never run out of water. They're just pumping, pumping, pumping. You don't ever have to take a break. You don't ever have to refill your tank. You don't have to run a dual line into your tank. You don't have to draw off multiple sources. You connect to the residential water supply and you go. So, and this is the end result. You can obviously see, guys, what these joints look like. You know what I mean? I'm just picking a random spot. There's not a speck on there. And then we dusted out here as well, made sure that this was real pretty. You can see my stopping point right out there. And so anyway, Trevor Thompson, TNT pressure cleaning, dynamite service with explosive results. Now keep in mind, these pavers are still wet. They're not soaking wet. They are drying. So you're not gonna have that glisten. They are sealed. So we didn't run a surface cleaner on here and really dig in too deeply. But you can see as they start to dry what they look like. You know what I mean? Over here, we're certainly drying because we've got a lot more sunshine. So that'll kind of give you an idea. You know, pool needs to be clean. This house is being sold and they're getting it prepared for, you know, potential clients to come take a look. And that's why they call me Trevor Thompson, TNT pressure cleaning. Dynamite service with explosive results. Keep cleaning, everyone. Thanks for watching my videos. Stay tuned to the next one. Just wanted to show you what this looks like. No more weeds, all the joints clean. And that's what matters most. Next, we'll be doing the cage itself, the entire cage, inside and out. And getting rid of all those leaves up on top of the roof there. Getting rid of those leaves, making sure your downspouts are functioning properly. And a ton of other work around here. Starting off with those steps. You can either have a step that looks like that, or you can have a step that looks like that. Your choice. Keep cleaning, everyone.